Welcome everybody to your pick a card reading. Why did they ghost you? We're going to have a look to see more information about the reasons why they ghosted you and all the circumstances around this situation. There are 3 piles to choose from. The first pile is with the spotted black heart. The second pile is with this little love sign on the yellow background. And the third is with the love sign on the pink background. Please go ahead, see which pile resonates the most with you. If the reading does not resonate, it's just not meant to be your reading at this time. If you like the reading, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel and give it the thumbs up. So let's get going to see why this person ghosted you. Welcome group number 1. This is for everybody who chose the black spotted heart. We're going to go ahead and have a look and see the reason why they have ghosted you. All the cards have been pre-shuffled. I'll just do one more shuffle and let's see why they have ghosted you. Now just remember, these are all just possibilities and suggestions of energy. If anything doesn't resonate, please know that it's probably just not your reading at this time, and go ahead. You can try and choose another pile that is more suitable. Let's see why they have ghosted you at this time. Okay, group number 1. All right. Group number 1, the first card I'm seeing, which gives us a big clue, is the Magician. The Magician is basically about manifesting and creating what we desire and want in life. And this person really wants to create a legacy. They want to build something solid. They want to build the family, the garden, the house, the 2 dogs. As you can see from this 10 of Pentacles, they want something very strong and very stable. And this is what they're looking for in a relationship. Now, the 10 of Swords gives us their idea that for some reason they did not think that being with you was that they could build this with this strong legacy. They didn't feel like there was longevity in the relationship. There could have been various reasons why. Perhaps they were moving too fast for you and you kind of said, let's slow it down. And this really gave them the feeling like, oh my gosh, they're not interested. It could be that they just felt that you were not the perfect ideal match. But for them, they want to see and explore other opportunities. They don't feel, and we'll look a little closer to see why. They don't feel, because we've got the Death card here, means it's an ending of an era, a chapter completely. So I don't see them coming back. I'm sorry to say if you wanted them to come back, but if you want a reason, the reason is they feel they need to move on to find what they really, really want. They felt that perhaps you were not serious enough, perhaps that you still wanted to get out there and meet other people, or you kind of gave them a hint and said, like, let's slow down, it's moving too fast. There was some reason why they felt insecure in the relationship with you. They felt they couldn't, there was not a strong foundation to go forward. And ultimately they want the house, the family and the kids and the 2 dogs. So I think what we'll do now is we'll go ahead and take a look at some oracle cards to get a better idea of why they felt that you were not serious. So we're going to ask, why did they feel that you were not serious enough or you were not the right match for them? So the first card we get, the first oracle card we get, is Finding. Okay, so Finding is telling me that they still felt that they didn't find what they were looking for. So we know this. They found you very, very attractive, very, very beautiful. They loved being with you, but still we haven't got the reason why they felt that you were not the person that they could build a relationship, a long-term relationship for. Once again, it's telling us that there was something about your relationship with them that they didn't feel completely happy. There was something that for them was making them question everything, making them doubt themselves, doubt you. Maybe they even suspected that you were flirting or seeing other people. There was a lot of insecurity here. Okay, let's pull another card. Okay, beauty. Okay, here it comes. Here it comes, group number 1. They were insecure. They were insecure. They felt, I can tell you now, they felt that you were out of their league and that eventually you would hurt them and let them down. And they didn't want to be left down, hurt, and broken. So what they did, and this is not a new phenomenon at all, especially with their, with a lot of the opposite sex, with men, that they instead, if they can see the writing on the wall, like women, because most women are like very emotionally more in tune with our emotions, and we're willing to take an emotional risk quicker than men. We will like push and go the distance and take what we feel is a calculated risk. If a man really feels like it's too much of a risk and they feel they can see the writing on the wall, they're just going to pull out completely. And I think this what has happened here. Group number 1, they just felt that you were right out of their league. They didn't want to get hurt and heartbroken, and so they cut all ties. And they cut all ties, and they're starting again. So really, it has nothing to do with you, ultimately, because you are who you are. And ultimately, group number 1, if that's how they feel, that this is not the perfect person for you. You need a person who sees you and appreciates you for who you are and doesn't feel insecure with your beautiful beauty inside and out, with your wonderful personality, with your sex appeal, you're getting out there and being successful. You don't want a man who is threatened. You want a man who admires this, supports this, and meets you at this level. So my advice, and this is just my advice, let it go. There's something better out there waiting for you. Okay, I'm just going to pull my Enlightened Pathways Oracle cards to see some more information about what this person is feeling right now. Oops. The first card we get is I am lost. Okay, they're lost. I think they're really lost because they really, really liked you and they were very taken with you, but they felt so insecure about who you were in their, just this is their opinion, right? So insecure about who you were in comparison to them. They felt you were on a different level completely, that they honestly didn't know what to do. So sorry, I just saw a little butterfly and I thought it was something else. Never mind. Sorry about that, group number 1. So they just cut ties because, sometimes when you absolutely have no idea how to handle a situation, which is not necessarily the best thing, they just go ahead and cut. Okay, so let's see what else we can get, what other message. Next message we get is, I dream about you every night. As I mentioned, I think they were so taken with you, so taken with you, but they couldn't handle who you were. And this is just, there's nothing you can do about that. There's really nothing you can do about that. So what I want to do now is just for you, I want to pull an animal spirit card, an energy card, to give you some advice of what energy to work with over this period. And we get the beautiful koala spirit, which is spirit has a plan. So what this tells us is there's something bigger and more wonderful waiting for you. I know this is not a pleasant experience. To be ghosted is not a pleasant experience. But have faith, group number one. Have faith because Spirit has a plan for you. And I can tell you, there is somebody far more suitable waiting. And I don't think you're going to actually wait a long time before this person comes into your life. So with ease, grace, let this person go, wish them the best, and open the door to your beautiful future, because the right person will come in for you. You just have to close one door and another door will open. I'm now going to pull the little tarot to get a final message for you over this period. Right, the first card we get is the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles tells me that there is definitely something new coming in for you. And I know what, if it's possible, you focus on your present and your future and let your past go. Because if you get stuck in the past, we're going to block the energy of this beautiful opportunity that is coming your way. Then I get the King of Pentacles. Oh, that's a lovely... Oh, sorry, it's the Nine of Pentacles, which is lovely as well. King of Pentacles would have been beautiful, but the Nine of Pentacles is just as lovely. The Nine of Pentacles is somebody who feels good within themselves. So as you contemplate and move out of this period and letting the past go, I want you to realize how wonderful you are. The Nine of Pentacles is the pentacle of somebody who feels their self-worth, who feels good in their skin. They have abundance all around them. Look at everything you have got going for you. Concentrate on all the pros in your life and let go of the past, so you allow this beautiful new opportunity to come in. And the last card, oh lovely, is the World. The World tells us there is a brand new beginning happening for you. All you have to do is, the World is like the ending and a beginning. So it's telling us, close off something completely. You see the wreath is closed off completely. Close it off. Let it go. Wish this person well. There's nothing, they're not a bad person or an evil person. They're just not the right person for you. Simple as that. And then bring your beautiful self into the present and prepare for your wonderful future, because there's somebody coming in for you. There is definitely somebody coming in for you, and this Page of Pentacles clarifies that. And in the meantime, the Nine of Pentacles is telling you, trust Spirit. They have a plan. They're looking after you, being looked after. This was you being looked after. Trust Spirit and enjoy what you have. Enjoy your friends, your work, your environment. Maybe do something special for yourself. Go to a spa. Go on a day trip. Anything that you love to do. Look after, enjoy yourself, enjoy the people around you, and you're going to enter into Spirit has a whole new person coming in for you. So there you go. That's what I have for you, group number one. If you like this reading, please go ahead and subscribe and give it the thumbs up. And I hope to see you soon. Take care. Lots of love. Welcome, group number two. This is for everybody who chose the little peg with the yellow background and the love sign on it. We're going to go ahead and see and get reasons why this person has ghosted you. All the cards have been pre-shuffled. Group number two, please know this is just suggestions and energy. If it doesn't resonate, it's just not meant to be your reading at this time. And we're going to pull tarot, and then we're going to get further clarification from oracle cards to see why exactly this person has ghosted you. Okay. Right. Group number two. Okay. I can see that something whatever happened very suddenly. very, very suddenly that made them move forward and away from you. And the feeling I'm getting right now is that this person was not quite ready to commit. They still wanted to explore what was out there. It wasn't that they didn't find you beautiful or attractive. Actually, they liked you a lot. But I don't feel that this person is very emotionally mature in that they're not ready. They're not ready to settle down and commit to one person. They want to still get out there, see what opportunities lie out there for them, and they also realized that you were in a different headspace to them completely. So what they did, which was probably quite unfair, but a lot of people just, instead of confronting and speaking about it, because that would have been the fair and just thing to do, what they did is they just cut it completely with no explanation. They were not strong enough. They felt like a one-on-one confrontation or discussion. They didn't have the courage for it. They did not have the courage for it, group number 2. So this is why I'm saying it's got nothing to do with age. Emotional maturity, you can be 80 years old and, still run away from confronting something. So whoever this person was really is just emotionally immature, and we'll get more clarification when we pull oracle cards. There was something, maybe my feeling was that they saw that you were like really, really stable, mature, and wanted something that they felt they couldn't give you, and they wanted to see what other opportunities lay out ahead of them. And they did it, of course, in really not the kindest of ways. But you have to understand, it was just a sheer lack of courage on their part. So let's go ahead and pull some oracle cards to get further insight into why and what is going on in this person's mind. The first card we get is career. Okay. To make sure you can see it clearly. So when I get at the career part, it also tells me they're probably very driven and focused on career and money and accomplishing things materially. So perhaps they felt that they couldn't give you the balance, the emotional care that you wanted. Perhaps they felt like it just was like they were letting you down all the time because they were working so hard and the long hours. And perhaps there was a lot of, bickering and arguments about it. Why do you leave me on my own all the time? You're working weekends, you're working nights. And this was a kind of a pressure for them that could have manifested in this kind of behavior. It could definitely have something to do with their working habits, for their ambition. Right, let's see what else we can pull. Then I get the card, lighten your load. Okay, so they were feeling very pressurized in this relationship. I honestly feel that they felt that they were not living up to your expectations, that they were letting you down all the time, and this is a very, very hard thing. And this can be any sex. When we feel like we're letting our partner down and we completely getting criticized and you always let me down, you disappoint me, it becomes like too much for some people to handle, too much for them to, they're not strong enough, and then they just run. They head for the hills, gone, out of there. And really, it's just, unfortunately, it would have been much better if they would have spoken about it, but they're not. As I mentioned before, they're just not emotionally mature enough. Truth. So my dear group number 2, it's better to know the truth. And the truth, they're telling you the truth is, honestly, this person is probably not going to come back anytime soon. The burden that they felt was just too much for them. It's not like you were the burden. It was that they didn't have what you needed. And they knew it. And they knew it. They just didn't have what you needed. And unfortunately, this is how they behaved. Right, I'm now going to pull my own Love Oracle cards just to get some further insight on what they are thinking and feeling right now. Right, let's see the first card we get. Here we go. Look at that. I can't make this stuff up. You are too good for me. You are too good for me. Okay, they felt honestly that they were letting you down time and time and time again, and they just couldn't live up to your expectations. I don't think they're very proud of their behavior, that I can tell you, because the next card we get is please forgive me. Now I want you to know, group number 2, they will probably, chances are they will probably never tell you this, just purely because they've got no real courage to face you. But I can tell you they know that how they behaved was not right and not decent. Just to kind of cut things off, because I think, this wasn't a new relationship. It could have been a few months, It was, no, and the way they did it was unfair to you, really unfair and they're very, very aware of it. They're very, very aware of it. But they hold you in high esteem. They hold you in high esteem, but they just could not give you what you needed. So what I'm going to pull for you now, group number 2, is an Animal Spirit Oracle card to see the best energy for you to work with over this time. And we get the Porcupine Spirit. Time for beginner mind. So this tells us, dear group number 2, it's time to let this go and start your life fresh. You're in a new chapter. New possibilities, new opportunities, and new partners and people coming in. I think what is wonderful about all these past experiences is that I know it's the biggest cliche, but sometimes we have to kiss a lot of frogs before we find the right person. And this is just I know it's a hard experience, and I know it leaves you really wounded and hurt, but now you will know what you really need. You need somebody who is going to give you the emotional love and care and attention that you need, and not always be competing with other factors like somebody who is a workaholic. Okay, now I'm going to take the little tarot for a final message for you, my dear group number 2. Let's get a nice final message for group number 2, please. First card we get is the Lovers. So the Lovers is telling us there is going to be somebody new coming in the near future. So let's see if we can get more information. Oh, look at this, the Sun. And this person who is coming in for you is a far better match. The Sun is the happiest and most positive card of the tarot deck. This is going to be somebody who really meets you on all levels, emotional, spiritual, physical. You're going to be happier than you ever thought possible. Oh, that looks so nice. And the last card we get is the 8 of Pentacles. The 8 of Pentacles is a lovely card because I'm just going to hold it up so that you can just see it. It's about concentrating on yourself, working on your future work, just carving out a future for yourself that is right for you. And by focusing on what you want, you're going to bring in the right person at the right time. So there you have it, group number 2. I hope you enjoyed your reading. If you like it, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel and give it the thumbs up. And I hope to see you soon. Lots of love. Welcome, group number 3. This is for everybody who chose the little pink peg with the yellow heart and says love. We're going to go ahead and see the reason why this person has ghosted you, or the cards have been pre-shuffled. We're going to start with the tarot and then get further information from the oracle cards. Just remember, group number 3, these are just suggestions and possibilities. If it doesn't resonate with you, this reading, it's probably just not meant to be your reading at this time. Wow. Okay. Group number 3. Okay, I can tell you now that your person is just very, very confused. They are very confused and they don't know what to do because, group number 3, they really, really like you. Look what we have here. We have the Ace of Cups, which means emotionally complete and total fulfillment coming from the hand of God. We've got the Ace of Swords, which is a wonderful new beginning, successful new beginning. Okay, look, the crown with the wreath, also coming from the hand of God. We've got the Six of Pentacles, which is complete balance, like they see you as an equal. You balance them out, you bring out the best of them. And we've got the beautiful Victory card. The Victory card is like you actually make them feel really good. You make them feel good. You make them feel the best version of themselves. So why did they go ahead and ghost you? I think they got scared. I think they got scared and then they just like froze. You know, when sometimes when something is too good to be true, too good to be true, that's what you were, group number 3. You were too good to be true for this person. So they froze and they didn't know what to do and they ghosted you. And they ghosted you. So let's see what other information we can get about this situation from oracle cards. Okay, let's see what other information we can get for group number 3. First one we get is financial health. Okay, so because I've got the Six of Pentacles here and I've got financial health, I think finances could have been an issue here. And when I say that, it could be that they felt that they could not give you financially what they think you wanted or what they think you needed. So perhaps that you're in a better financial position than them, and every time you go out, it was like they started to feel a strain because they wanted to treat you, and because they I mean, this has taken them. You really wowed them. Okay, you took their breath away. But you know, when it comes to finances, and especially if it's men, and they start feeling insecure financially and they can't give you what they want, this could be a really strong reason why they pull back completely. It's just a complete inadequacy. You know, they hold you on such high esteem. You're everything they ever wanted. But if they can't give you what you want, then they know, well, where is this going to go? And then, of course, they behave like, well, as we see. Right, the next card we get is family. They definitely, this is what I mentioned and saw initially from the tarot. They could see themselves building a family with you and going the distance. When I said they were wowed by you, I mean you really ticked every box for them. They were like, you're like, what? Like, how did this person come into my life? It's just unbelievable. Unfortunately, from what I'm seeing now, it was just purely a financial reason, which is, it sounds minor, but if it's a real problem for them, if they've either lost their job or their business is not doing well, or perhaps, you were used to going out to great restaurants all the time and they just can't keep up, this becomes a great pain point for them and they will pull back. and cut off. And unfortunately, they just did it in this way. Oh my goodness. Then we get reconciliation. So my dearest group number 3, there is a strong possibility there's going to be reconciliation here. Because this person really feels so strongly for you. And it is the factor that they're doing it is just because they're feeling probably like this person a little bit poor at the moment, literally. But that does not, look at this beautiful card. Look at the connection between the two of you remains. And there is hope. There is a strong possibility here for reconciliation. Oh, that looks very positive. Very, very positive. So I think there's a strong possibility you're going to hear from this person. I'm now going to pull some cards from my own oracle cards to get some further information about what this person would like you to know at this time. First card we get, I'm embarrassed by our behavior. They're very embarrassed because the last thing they ever want to do, ever, was to hurt you or disappoint you, because they are so taken with you and see potential for a future with you. So they really are embarrassed. So their silence now could also be a mixture of embarrassment. The next card we get, message for lovely group number 3. Wow, I love this message. No one has ever come close to you when it comes to my love. Yeah, you, as I said from the beginning, you ticked every box for them. They could not believe their luck when they met you, and they became overwhelmed. And when they started to feel that they couldn't give you what they felt you needed financially, they just cut off. They were like, they didn't know what to do. They didn't know how to handle themselves, how to manage themselves, how to handle the situation. So they just cut all connection, all communication, which is a hard thing to do, but they are embarrassed. I'm going to pull now another oracle card to see what energy you should work with over this time. Sorry, group number 1, that just dropped out. Let's see what you should work with over this time to manage the best way possible. And we get the grasshopper spirit. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful message. Take a leap of faith. So, there is a strong possibility that this person is going to come back and apologize. And the energy you're getting, the suggested energy, just remember, if it doesn't feel right, please don't, but the suggested energy, if you feel this person meets you on the level that you meet them at, spiritually, physically, emotionally, then give them another chance and take a leap of faith. That's a very positive message. Right, lovely group number 3, I'm now going to pull one final message for you over this time. Let's see what the little tarot have to say. First card, Ace of Cups. We've got 2 Ace of Cups. So for me, this is like such a strong sign that there is really something special between you guys, and it might be, if it feels right, it might really be worth your while to take a leap of faith with this person and see where it goes. Right. The next card we have is 2 of Wands, which tells us that there is definitely potential and opportunity for the 2 of you to make a successful go of this relationship. And the last card we get is the High Priestess, which is real confirmation that you must do what feels right for you, not what anybody else says, not what anybody else suggests, including this reading. It's what you feel. If you feel really that this person, the way they handled it, you don't like it, you're not happy with it, and you don't want to go back, please trust that. Don't second guess yourself. Your intuition is spot on. Trust yourself this month, over this period. Okay, my dearest Group number 3, that's all I have for you right now. If you like the reading, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel and give it a thumbs up. Take care of yourself, and I hope to see you soon.